Pick up my girls and the party's playing tonight.
Man, Friday night. It's a Wednesday night.
So get up and let this funky mellow.
Hey, this is my jam. I ain't gonna hold it.
You should. I want to say, if you had to like rank your favorite Aaliyah records, like a favorite Aaliyah singles,
Yeah.
I don't know if this is cracking my top 5.
I mean, I ain't gonna say favorite, but it's up there. No, it's not even top 5.
Yeah.
It's a good little jam bracket,
It's a bop.
Wednesday night, huh?
It's a bop for sure.
On this beautiful Wednesday night. Hey, welcome everybody to a special episode of Let's Talk About It on a Wednesday night. You know why? Because life be life, man. We got things to do on Thursday, so I wasn't gonna be able to be here. But like always, like, share, subscribe to the channel. This is your premier spot to talk sports with the average guys. My name's Anthony. Got my main man Kenny with me, man. And it's just been. Let's talk to him for a second though. But y'all don't know, man. This weekend we ain't been podding on Monday because we had a lot of stuff going on. We should have been podding and having a Monday podcast, but my man over here, man, decided to tie the knot, man, and he had a beautiful engagement party for him and his beautiful fiance. So we had to be able to support my man. Shout out to everybody that came, man. It was a beautiful day.
Yeah,
beautiful day in Virginia.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of teams.
I didn't know you was gonna come on here snitching. Did not know you was gonna come on here snitching.
Man, was just really up there like. Oh, look who came in. My mom in the chat. Look at that.
Oh, we got mama in here. What's up, moms?
Man, Kenny was up there just walking in crying.
Hey, I ain't know my man was gonna come on here snitching today. I ain't know we was doing that today.
Hey, man, it ain't nothing wrong with it. I've been through it. Now it's your time, But I couldn't go out of pod without saying that. We don't talk about our personal life much. We're gonna celebrate the good things, especially, Father's Day coming up. We both fathers, and now this man, his woman done made him an honest man out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, honest man. I am reformed. I returned back to my honesty, bro. I'm gonna tell you real quick before we get into it. I already know how the wedding gonna go. If the engagement party was like that, I already know. Like,
gonna be a lot of emotions.
Get up there and start speaking their truths and telling you how they feel and all those heartfelt emotions.
It's gonna be a turn up in emotions.
Whew, boy, I was not ready for that. It took a lot out of me emotionally.
Yeah, man.
Beautiful thing, nonetheless. Beautiful thing. Got me a beautiful bride.
Yeah. That's all you need. It's all that really matters. Yeah, man. All that stuff is for sure. The main thing is y'all two getting married. So I don't say it. You know what I'm saying? I haven't said it, probably said it a couple times, but congratulations again, my brother. Getting married, man. That's always a good thing.
Yes, sir.
So we're almost there. Got past the engagement party. Now we gotta make it to the next finish line.
Oh yeah.
Make this thing official, you know what I'm saying?
We surely will. I gotta grease some pockets before we get there. There's a couple pockets I gotta line up, but we surely gonna get there. And that's now until forever, brother. So we good to go.
Yeah, so we gotta do all that. Hey, watch it. Hey, all y'all in the chat. Everybody's in the chat, and I myself gotta watch my tone. My mom in the chat, so
yeah,
trying to keep trouble.
Keep it cute.
Let's get it right into it, man. NFL minicamp. Speaking about greasing some pockets, man. Some teams and players are waiting to get their pockets greased before they touch that field. Before they touch that field, man, you got a lot of the one that surprised me that hasn't got done the most when I saw it pop up from Adam Schefter on ESPN was Terry McLaurin. I'm surprised the Commanders ain't got that fixed yet. That surprised me that this is still going on right now. I don't know if it's got done now because I haven't really been checking my phone or looking for updates, but I knew he was holding out a mini camp because he was waiting on a restructured new deal. I think it's a no-brainer, man. I don't know why this deal hasn't got done yet. I don't know why this deal hasn't gotten.
Well, I can look at two things honestly, right? You tell me which point you want to stop at. So one, you just saw the bag that Jamar Chase, Jay Jettas, and T. Higgins just got.
Yeah.
Now I'm going off of memory. Terry McLaurin's probably around what 28, 27, maybe.
I can look it up while you're talking.
Before Jamar Chase and T. But even with that, it's like, all right, are we paying him at the back end of it? At the back end of his career, are we cashing him out now as opposed
to 29?
Okay, all right.
He'll be 30 this year.
So you knock on the door 30 this year. What? Tell me, is it like during the regular season?
First thing, let's talk with his age. I think the age is a big thing. But then you can always make some money look good. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's really looking in the longevity of a contract, but you can give him like the sign, like the guarantee. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I don't get the per year amount that everybody else gets, but I do get like they did Matthew Stafford. Like they upped him a little bit, but they gave him a little extra guaranteed money too. The stats prove itself. He's still playing at a high level.
No question.
Would I give him a Jamar Chase, a JJ contract? Probably not. Will I get him close to that guarantee though? Shorter term, maybe a little bit of guarantee, a little bit high guarantee. That's what I'm thinking he's looking for. I don't think his agent. I know his agent's not incompetent or dumb, so they know he's not gonna get like a 5-year. What JJ get? Like 5 for like so much.
Yeah.
And then Chase got. I thought he can get that, but like. If I can maybe get what T got with more extra guaranteed, that's what I think he should be looking for. I don't know what he's looking for. I don't know the man like that. But I think at that age, like at this age, you should be looking for guaranteed money. He's looking for more like, make it right. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the Commanders can do. They both want to really make a deal. Just got to make it right. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Is he probably towards the latter half of his career? Yes. But also, this man was holding it down when y'all ain't have no quarterback and still eating. So, like, make it right. And then, like, you got a window. Like, what's your window right now? You ain't got to pay your boy for like another 3 years, Jaden for another 3 years. So at least get him right for that time length. Let's see what happens. Because once you pay Jaden, about to get the bag in 3 years. So, like,
and that's my point. And that's my second point. Is that you already seen so much from Jaden Daniels in year one, who's to say that who's really the kingmaker here? Because as far as we're concerned, Terry McLaurin has been, steady Eddie. You know what I'm saying? He has been consistent his whole time in his career. Ain't that much variation as far as, when Jaden, or as far as before Jaden got there.
Yeah.
His numbers is his numbers, right? That's his mark.
Yeah.
It just so happened that the team got better when Jaden got there.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So is it really that, are you really the difference maker, or is Jaden the difference maker? Now, if we believe that Jaden is the difference maker, that might bring some hesitation to the contract table. You understand? You kind of follow where I'm going? Is that I see your point. By no means am I saying he doesn't be wide receiver one, or he does not deserve to be paid as if he was a wide receiver one.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get no argument from me on that point. But at the moment, I might hear a couple, offers if we're going that route as far as trade route.
I don't. That'd be crazy to trade Terry McLaurin. That'd be crazy. I see what you're saying, but he's been steady. But it's hard for a receiver to affect the game for so much, right? If you don't have a quarterback, like Jaden playing at a high level does make the team better because he's a quarterback. Touch the ball every play. Terry's only as good as somebody getting in the ball, and he still was eating. I think that dynamic, you got to keep that dynamic together right now. That's what I'm saying. You got to get this deal done at least for 3 years. Like, even if it's just giving them more guaranteed money and like restructuring the contract or something like that in that way, because it's a window right now. And you got a window right now where you can go try to win you an NFC championship, or even a Super Bowl, or get to it. I don't like saying win a Super Bowl. Get to the Super Bowl because you never know what's going to happen when you get there. But you got a good chance to get to a Super Bowl, right? Your division ain't all that. All you do is get past the Eagles. Not saying like all you got to do is get past the Eagles, but
the Super Bowl champs.
Like, huh?
You just got to get past the Super Bowl champs. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, but like, it's not like the old NFC East where the Cowboys was decent, Giants was decent, the Eagles was. It's not like you're going through a gauntlet in the division. So the division is weak right now.
You can't say that, and you can't just say that, brother. It's not. You can't say that.
Besides y'all, who was nice? Who was like that?
And you can't again, even if you're just saying besides y'all, you're in a division with a Super Bowl champion, brother.
When I say the division is weak, right? If they can get there, if they can do it, you play your division people twice, right? That's 3 teams you play twice. That's 6 out of 17 games that you play, right? Okay. If your division is weak, getting to the playoffs is all you're trying to do and get a seed. Once you get in the playoffs, all the other crap don't matter. So it's not like you going through the gauntlet of the NFC North or the AFC West. Like, yes, one team is the Super Bowl champs, but it's 4 teams in the division. It's 4, not just 1. It's 4. And they made it to the NFC Championship game last year.
Okay, we ain't gotta stay here because we got a different point, and we do this like once a month.
It sound like just because y'all win a Super Bowl, that division is nice.
I'm not saying that, but you're also saying is that we're not the AFC West, and we're not the NFC North. So the Giants is the worst team in the division by your measurement, right?
Oh hell yeah.
No question. All right. So the Giants are not on par or better with the Raiders and the Bears. By your metric, the Giants are not better than the Raiders or the Bears.
Maybe better than the Raiders, definitely not better than the Bears.
Then we're right there with being the toughest division.
That don't make no sense. So what about the Cowboys? The Cowboys might not be better than the Bears. So what are we saying?
Dak is back.
Now you're all right. NFL minicamp, bro, and there were other things that's going on. I think Terry McLaurin should. I ain't about to do this with you because I'm not about to do this with you. It's your pod. Because I ain't got time. We got topics, and we ain't got time for the lies of you talking about Dak. And Dak, when you don't even like Dak, so I'm not even about to talk about that. So anyway,
comments, do your thing.
Anyway, so we got Terry McLaurin, the other holdout, which is just the Bengals being the Bengals. They're not playing Trey Henderson, right? Don't know why. Back-to-back years, 17 and a half sacks? Back-to-back years?
Something like
what more do you want? And then on top of that, your first round draft pick, who's another edge rusher, which defense was trash. You haven't signed him yet because you're trying to circumcise some injury clause or some clause. When the rookie contracts are already set. It's set. So the Bengals over here playing around, playing the same games. They've been playing for years. And like I said, bro, I think this is going to hurt them when they sign both them receivers. And I like T. Higgins, but you should have let T. Higgins go and sign the defensive end that you need to sign. Yeah. The money is scarce now. All the money's in your receiver room. And when you got a horrible defense, not bad, horrible defense. I think some college teams might score 30 on that defense. That defense was trash.
We ain't got to do that, brother.
Bro, like, my man Joe had an MVP caliber year and didn't even make the playoffs. My man was doing everything he could to make that team better. And y'all say, oh, you know what we need to do? Sign both the receivers. Forget the defense. All these guys, you had big game Slay out there, didn't try to get them. You got all these linebackers that was out there, didn't try to get them. You got all these defensive guys that moved around. You had Joe Guy, defensive tackle, and then going to the Patriots. Didn't try to get him. You ain't get no names on defense. And then the one name you have and the first round pick you use on the rush in on Shamar, I think is probably didn't show it in college is probably the most talented one. Upside is heavy for him as a pass rusher. You ain't even signed him yet. So what are we doing?
Well, for one, I'm gonna stick with your first point. Yeah, it probably ain't the wisest to spend, to have all your money tied up on one side of the ball, and more specifically in one room. Now I get it. You got a triple crowner in Jamar Chase, so you got to pay him.
Yeah,
got to pay him. I mean, this send over a blank check at that point.
Yeah.
T was pretty much for the camaraderie. We ain't even gotta play the games. We just want to. I want my friend here. Shake and bake, baby. Shake and bake. So I get that. It's like, I want my best friend here. Let's make it happen. But to your point, outside of, I mean, for all intents and purposes, you just let go Jermaine Pratt. You know what I'm saying? You release him to kind of ease up some of your pocketbook a little bit. So, bro, what is the holdup? What is the holdup? You can't penny pinch, especially in this era of football. You cannot penny pinch. Was that
in that division? Penny pinch in that division is crazy.
No. And all expense paid, bro. There ain't that many high-end earners on that defensive side of the ball to kind of justify why you're not paying him. Why I'm speaking just for Trey Henderson. Now for Shamar Stewart, brother, the parameters are set and laid out there for you. There's no excuses. The perimeter, the parameters are what they are. The standard is what it is.
Yeah.
You try to recreate the wheel and not offer an injury clause, in case the kid gets hurt, in case he gets hurt during OTAs, minicamp, training camp. You know what I'm saying? There's but that makes no sense. That just makes no sense. Yeah. And you kind of making it seem like he's being the bad apple in the bunch. When that's not the case. Usually when you hear a rookie holdout, it's because I want more money. There's no more money to be had.
Yeah.
It's just I just want to be protected.
Yeah.
And if y'all not going to protect me, I got to protect me.
Yeah.
So this is just plain out foolish at this point.
It's it don't make no sense, bro. Like I don't understand the Shamar one at all. I don't understand either one. Like your defense was bad. This is the only bright spot on your defense. You have everything else locked up. You have a great quarterback, generational quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You have, I think the young running back they drafted that played good. As long as he stay healthy, I think they got a decent replacement for Joe. Got Jamar. Like you said, triple crown dude. Like Jamar affects the games, plays every position at wide receiver, slot, outside, X, Y, whatever.
Yeah.
So now it was time to do what like the Packers did when they had Aaron Rodgers. After they won that championship, the defense got old. They drafted defense. They built up that defense to the point towards the end of the run of Aaron Rodgers and into the Jordan Love era. That defense is top notch.
Firing on all cylinders, yeah.
They drafted Jair Alexander. They drafted a lot of them safeties. They drafted them defensive linemen.
Sean Gary.
They drafted all of them. They drafted that defense. By the time Aaron Rodgers got towards the end of that defense was hitting on all cylinders. So towards that little last end of Aaron Rodgers' time, they was winning 14, 13 games a year because they was clicking on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
So when you have the quarterback that you done paid, now it's time to build your defense. And you start by paying the best player on the defense with back-to-back years of 17 and a half sacks. I don't understand why it's even a question. What you want? I know TJ Watt wants a contract too. I think he hasn't reported to camp.
Yeah.
Let's make that right too. You know what I'm saying? You know anybody else that got a holdout? I don't know. I can't think of everybody right now. But
I mean, there's other cats out there like Jalen. He's holding out because there's speculation that he might be traded. That makes sense. It's not.
Why does nobody keep him? Let's talk about that. That's one thing I wanted to ask you. Why does it seem like he's a mercenary, like a pay for hire type? Nobody keeps him. As good as the talent is, he's been bounced around a lot. for somebody with that good of a talent?
Jags, Rams, Dolphins, and probably unless he returns to the final three, those past three, then he's probably going on his fourth team. And this is somebody that we regard as like, I think he's probably in that greatest of 2010s era of like corner. I think he was ranked like in that team as well.
Yeah.
So
I get why you left the Jags. I get why the Rams said, okay, we're going to different, we're getting younger. We blowing this thing up a little bit.
Yeah.
Why is it not working in Miami though? And they just paid him. I don't understand.
Scheme. I think Miami was more so of just like, hey, this team, this ain't going nowhere soon. You know, we had all the answers to the homework at one point. And this is kind of what led me to like a few pods ago where I was like, oh yeah, Miami's going. Mike McDaniel, he's out of there. He's one of my potential fire lists because if you look around that building, it's not too much to inspire some confidence that I should stay here. Especially if it ain't even a paying issue because he's getting paid. He's still within the top 5 of highest paid corners.
Was it Tua? Was them picking Tua? Was that the problem?
Well, even if Tua is not the problem, he's a problem medically or health wise.
Yeah.
You know, he's what? I mean, God forbid, one more head injury, it's out of there.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm either gonna stay here or I'm gonna capitalize when my market is still hot while I'm still a name.
Yeah.
Now let's be clear. Maybe not so much more as a boundary corner is what his next move will be. But if you get him back there between nickel, play between the hatches as a safety somewhere like that, I think you could still get a lot of value out of him. That's just my personal opinion.
Somebody with that talent is just crazy that they played on that many teams in this era of football. Like,
I don't think, but also, this may sound crazy. How can I say this? Those cornerstone players, even outside of your elite, your TJ Watts, your Myles Garrett's, and maybe somebody else I'm forgetting at this point, but those real cornerstone players, I don't really see a need to keep them on your team, honestly. If I want to get into like a deeper football take, especially if the culmination of the other parts are not firing at that same or not playing at that same level neither. It's more of like we just wasted more of your prime years if we're not ready. And maybe Jalen recognizes that we're not ready.
But it's like for his partner at the Chargers, Derwin James. I can see no defense, no reason why I would ever get rid of Derwin James if I'm at the Chargers.
No, I mean, because what else you got on defense?
I'm just saying, that's what I'm saying. Like, that talent is good enough where I can be like, yo, I got to build around this and we got to make this work. I can't let another team I don't know what you could give me. I mean, it had to be of course, it's always an offer on the table, but
yeah,
like a Derwin James, like it was crazy when they got rid of Khalil. That's why everybody talking about the Raiders when they got rid of Khalil Mack at his prime. Like, some guys, I'm like, how do you let this walk out the door?
If you're not close, you're just not close. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you're just not there, you're just not there. You can't make that, or you can't just make it so. You know what I mean? Like, if you're outmatched, you got Tyreek over here complaining that he want to get traded or he might want to leave, and his off the field stuff, Jalen Waddle has a hard time staying on the field. You expected some promise out of your running backs, but either one or two are hurt with Devin Achane. So it's like I can't really count on everybody, but I'm supposed to be counting on defense. And I like what you see out of Chop Robinson. I give you that. But my guy, y'all didn't even want to sign back Javon Holland, and he just went to New York.
Yeah.
So again, if the onus is going to be on me, I don't know if I'm willing to take that type of, carry that type of weight when I still feel like I'm in my prime years. Like, bro, just let me be if I'm a mercenary, let me just be a mercenary then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I'd rather go somewhere I might be close. It may be closer to get that chip instead of staying on the sinking ship just for honor purposes.
But then, like,
nobody nothing.
Move on. Like, you make him undesirable because who wants that contract?
Well, you gotta have to. There gotta be a reason for me even being here. So yeah, y'all had to crack that checkbook, just like somebody else is gonna have to crack that checkbook too. I'll give you another example. So with Bryce Huff for the Eagles,
Yeah.
one and done, and we brought him in at a very hefty rate, probably more than some would say was deserving at that point.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if the Dolphins want to kind of alleviate some of that tension or just move away scot-free, hey, I'll eat half of that guaranteed money. You take the other half. And we'll make it so.
I mean,
you gotta do what you gotta do, bro. You gotta do what you gotta do. And that's just being honest with where you at too. Because what Jalen Ramsey could also be is a day 2 and a day 3 pick at this point. And maybe a player back.
You probably get a second.
I'm saying, I mean, like maybe a third and a fifth and a player. Maybe.
But I think you still, yeah. It depends on how bad the team needs a corner. Like if it's the Bills might do something, give you a second. Maybe they need a corner bad. They need a true CB1 bad.
Okay, and in that case, and it could be very much worth your while. You know what I'm saying? To pay through the nose for somebody that some other team may say, "Hey, bro, we ain't close, and I don't see no reason to be paying that high, paying that this many high salaries."
Yeah,
it could be beneficial. You know what I'm saying? And some teams kind of see the value in acquiring more draft picks as opposed to acquiring high salaries. High salaries don't guarantee a chip. Now, if I got somebody that's been developing in my system and that makes sense for where I'm trying to go, as opposed to where I've been and where I'm hoping to happen in the very present,
yeah,
I value that more than the allure or the grandiose of whoever Jalen Ramsey used to be. We don't even know if Jalen Ramsey is going to be who he's going to be. He played a lot of nickel last year, and he was effective.
Yeah.
Don't think you're getting 2017 Ramsey in there.
Yeah. So you might So I mean, like I said, it was just kind of interesting to me, but it does make sense though. If the team is not there, your team is not there. So and might as well get a package for him while he's still worth something. Any more NFL minicamp stories you got? Think you want to highlight? The main topic.
Just going around the horn, man. Just a few more people that's kind of probably holding out for some contracts. Amon-Ra St. Brown, I heard maybe earlier this week that he's probably looking to get some change here, but not too much. Rookie showing out. The NFL.com had a graphic up that kind of showed how much Shedeur Sanders kind of kick and tail and in minicamp. His numbers of completions as opposed to like Dylan Gabriel, Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco has in practice. It's like his numbers in minicamp is still kind of leaning towards what we talked about last week, bro. Let's just go ahead and get the foolishness out the way, bro. Let's just get the foolishness out the way.
It's funny how some people, I think some analysts or whatever, and some of these radio talk shows and stuff like that, podcasts, whatever. I think that hate is so heavy, but the people that really know, and I hear like even we hear it on like ESPN, the people that really be the Cleveland beat writers and all of them, they're like, yo, like he's the best quarterback there right now.
Yeah.
Like he's really
by a long shot. Yeah.
There right now. And like I said, I already know how this is gonna go. It's gonna be like week 7, 8. They're gonna start. Shedeur is gonna get a chance. And you gotta go. He's gonna have to go through the motions because people don't like to look dumb. So you're gonna have to wait for a chance after Dylan Gabriel, because they're not gonna not play Dylan Gabriel first because they drafted him first. For whatever reason, still nobody knows. They're the Browns. So it is what it is. Mon St. Brown. I mean, I hope he get. Didn't he just get a contract though? Like 2 years ago.
Hey, bro, may feel like you outplayed it. I'm just saying, and unless I'm thinking about Jameson, am I thinking about Jameson right now?
I know he ain't asking for no contract. That'd be crazy. But boy, we ain't play like that. We ain't even be playing like
that. I'm just saying.
That's crazy. Like you stay suspended. Like, come on, fam. Like, what we doing? What we talking about?
Yeah, it may be Jameson that I'm thinking about because all the reports I'm looking at says he's pretty excited. He just get back from an injury, so yeah, it may be Jameson. But even at that, Jameson ain't got no claim to fame. You know what I'm saying? Y'all paid Laporta. Y'all played St. Brown. What's happening? What's up with it? Jameson can't get no love?
Nah, stop getting suspended, big dog. Stop betting on games. You know what I'm saying? Was it PEDs or he was one betting on games? But Calvin was betting on games. Didn't he give him some PED stuff? I know he got suspended for like half the year. And he got hurt. Then, you know, hey, bro, you ain't play. I know he's dynamic, but he ain't played enough to really be asking for another contract, big dog.
Hey, bro, some may say differently. I'm just saying. At the end of the day, it's like you still betting on his potential. I don't think he has yet to have that breakout season where you just keep seeing glimpses.
I'm not paying him before I pay Jameer. Jameer contract is up this year. After this year.
It's been 3 years already?
Yeah.
Oh, he's going into year 3.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going into year 3.
He about to get that. He about to get that. He trying to get a bag.
Oh, yeah. Nah, you can cancel Christmas if you think that's about to happen.
Jameer got to get the bag. He just ain't a regular running back. He a receiver too. I'm about to get a bag. That's all I'm saying. I'm about to get a bag, bro. But let's pivot, man. If you saw the headline, you see the thumbnail, you know we got to talk about it. You know. Man, in Norfolk, bro. How my man really ran down on. My man Keyshawn Davis ran down on people in the scope, bro. It was a bad weekend at the scope, wasn't it? Shit, let me show this motherfucker how hard this shit really is. Oh, man.
Knock it off, man. Knock it off. Knock it off, bro.
Oh, man, it was such a bad weekend, man. It was. All right, I'm done.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Man, Norfolk, Virginia had a crazy weekend. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that you had your engagement party because we was supposed to be going to this fight. So, I'm glad that, you know what I'm saying, we had something else to go to. So, now, Keyshawn Davis versus Edwin De Los Santos. You know, I don't be knowing about the other people. Fight was scheduled for this weekend at the Scope. Supposed to be defending his WBO lightweight championship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, talking a lot of junk leading up to the fight. When I say a lot of junk leading up to the fight, had the whole city behind them, had the mayor behind them, had Vic behind them, AI, Bruce Smith was behind them, all the legends of the 7-5. Cash Crawford was around town. You know what I'm saying? Big fight night in Norfolk. Supposed to be like another coming out party against a really game competitor. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a clear cut that Keyshawn was gonna win the fight, but you know, it wasn't no scrub. He was fighting, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of junk in the press conference. Even got Abdullah Mason's face. You know, his co-main. Like, yo, what's up? It's whenever. You know. But then Friday,
yeah,
it all went downhill. Friday night came. We go to the weigh-in. My man Keyshawn came in 4.3 pounds overweight, dancing and everything. Didn't even try to really make weight. So he came in overweight. Yeah, so he was stripped of the title. They still was supposed to fight. And I guess De Los Santos said, you know what? I'm gonna take the bag that I got. I get paid regardless because you missed weight. Canceled the main event. So you had a fight in Norfolk where the main event star, the Norfolk's own, was off the card. That was built around him with the hype. That was canceled. Main event was canceled. They moved Abdullah Mason's fight up to the main event, and still had his brothers fighting on the undercard, right? I think the younger brother did his thing, caught the dub. I think knocked the dude out. I think had to do crawling on the canvas and stuff. Did his thing. Next fight, his older brother, who had experience fighting before, he took a layoff before. His older brother had fought on cars before. Had a tough fight, took the L. You know what I'm saying? Took a nasty L. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get knocked out, but he got dominated in that fight. You know what I'm saying? Got dominated. So then after that happened, you went on with the fight, went on with the night. You know what I'm saying? I go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I wake up the next morning and hear that supposedly Keyshawn, his younger brother, jumped. You got my man's name. What's his name?
Keon.
Huh?
Keyshawn Davis.
Nah. Who did Keon fight? I mean, who did
Nair Albright?
Nair Albright fought him. I heard they went in the locker room and basically jumped my man. And then they got in a confrontation with his brother or manager in the hallway again, and they were about to fight again in the hallway where the police had to break it up. And all of it looked bad. We'll get more into the details. I'm just giving y'all the oversight for people that didn't see it. Bad weekend in Norfolk, you know what I'm saying, with the whole city behind you. The man really let the city down, bro. This is boxing, and it really turned into a real street fight, thug mob mentality type thing. It was not a good weekend for him. On top of missing weight, he also got into the altercation, and it's a bad weekend in Norfolk, bro. Us from the 7-5, you know what I'm saying, really as a Keyshawn fan, it hurt us that this happened because I like the brother, and I like the you know what I'm saying, I thought he was on his way, but this is a real question. You know what I'm saying? Did he just ruin his career in 72 hours?
No question. This is and there's so many perspectives. Any way you kind of spin this, it's just all around bad, bro. 360, there was a lack of accountability and just being responsible all the way around. Even if you were to start with missing weight, not by 1 pound, 2 pounds. When you start getting around 4 pounds, bro, you had no intention on making weight
at all.
No intention. No, in certain cases they give you the grace to kind of make that weight back. In the case that you was over by a pound or some change, they give you some of the grace to kind of be all right, bro, we give you some time. You get down to maybe you can get that 1 pound or a pound of some change off. We give you that grace. Yeah. But the fact that you was man, you was yo, I'm not even gonna pass go. I'm not gonna collect $200. I'm not gonna do none of that. Bro, I'm just calling off the entire fight.
But he didn't call the fight. I think DeSantos told him he wasn't gonna fight. I think his opponent didn't want to fight.
Bro, because I'm not giving up that weight advantage. I'm not giving up that weight advantage.
Yeah.
But here's the courtesy, right? Because there's probably a rehydration clause in the contract.
Yeah.
That even if all you gotta do is make your weight. If you look at De Los Santos' eyes and his body and his what's the word I'm looking for? Just
Zeke.
His body, just his disposition the night of making weight, bro, was all shot in the face sunken in, flush. Bro, you gotta keep in mind these fighters kill themselves to make weight.
Yeah.
Kill themselves, probably all kinds of water dieting, sauna suits, all kind of craziness just to make weight. They are running on whatever's left after fumes when they go to that scale. Yeah. That's just called discipline to the sport. And you didn't even do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I can't trust you to do that, and you saying nah, bro, I'll throw you some back end money, bro. I don't care about that. I can't even trust you. I was gonna give you the rehydration off top because I thought we was both down for this fight game. I thought we both was paying our dues. Yeah, that's just one aspect of it.
Yeah.
Then you double down, and then I see you all for the rest of the weekend. You down on the floor eating popcorn, kikiing and whatnot. Like, bro, you ain't had no intention on fighting this weekend, bro.
Nah.
At all.
Nah. Let me play real quick with let's play real quick with Timothy Bradley said about this clip. Hold on, let me load it up. Here we go.
And put your title. You signed a contract for 135 and put your title on the line if you knew you weren't gonna make the weight to begin with. If you knew you were struggling to make the weight to begin with. So that's what I would say in return is that it's bullshit. It's very unprofessional. You're supposed to make that weight. Period. Hands down. I don't give a damn. You supposed if he crawling on all fours to the scale, then I'm saying, damn, he tried to make the weight, but it was too much for him. But he wasn't crawling on the scales at all. At all. So, like, look, say what you want to say. I have my opinion about it. Some fighters, quote unquote, grow out of weights, and that does happen. They grow out of the weight class, absolutely, for sure. He is a big 135 pounder, and he has been at 135 his entire career. However, he's been busy. He's been busy. It's not like he's been sitting for 2 years. He's been busy. This is his third fight this year. So he's kind of ran camp into camp into camp. So he should have been able to make that weight or even come closer to that weight. 4 pounds, that's an embarrassment, man. 1 pound, I can understand. I can understand some ounces, maybe even 2 pounds. But 3, 4 pounds and up, man, no, bro. That's not.
Yeah. So like that was my forget the other stuff. Not making weight is like being 4 pounds over was you didn't even try. And I know that his camp is talking about, oh, he came in camp on shape. That's bullcrap. Ain't no way he came to camp in shape and 4 pounds overweight. He ain't outgrow it by that much. You know what I'm saying? If he's working. You know what I'm saying? And the big thing is, if y'all knew y'all wasn't trying to fight, why didn't you call out to fight? Why make people think you was going to fight? You knew at the press conference on Thursday you wasn't going to make weight.
Fact.
And you over here talking crazy. You start. I think this is a real big case of somebody starting to feel themselves a little too early.
And we only 13 fights in, brother.
Yeah.
We only 13 fights in.
He hanging out, but he hanging out with Crawford and them. So he feeling it. He hanging out with Crawford and Shakur. So he think he like that. He think he got the same level of time put in as they do, and he doesn't.
I think a lot of times, to be fair, this is the same case with what's my guy that just fought Benavidez not too long ago, or in the case of like Barrios, or in the case of like Rolly, when they kind of ask for those big fights way too early.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to be clear, that range between 10, I say between like 5 fights and 15. If for an active fighter, those fights are like back to back to back. In the same case with Keyshawn, where he had his last fight was February 25th.
This is third fight this year.
And we already back here in June.
Yeah.
Like, right, you're an active fighter. So my only thing I'm saying here is that those early years where you just accumulating fights in a rapid pace, bro, it kind of speeds up that development, which is the reason why it's not usual to be a champion fighter that early or to take a championship fight that early, because we're still developing some routine, some development, not only just in a physical sense, but in a mental space as well, like maturity. So yes, the success, it is very easy to say that he was susceptible to just being too much fame too fast.
Yeah.
Or you got attached to a clique that was on the rise, as well. With being in the camp with Bud, being in the camp with Shakur, being arm in arm with these guys. Like, you kind of think their success is your success.
Yeah.
Which, bro, you really should be on your marathon, honestly. That's really what this is. And you thinking, oh man, I'm taking De Los Santos, for chump change, bro. He just had almost got, made shit look iffy in that Shakur Stevenson fight. That's the last time we saw him. You know what I'm saying? So it can't just be, bro, that's like, man, I'm gonna just, run through, bro. This is still a disciplined sport. one of the most lonely sports. That's not
Yeah.
Bomac getting up on that scale. That's not Bud getting up on that scale. That's not Shakur. It's you, bro.
Yeah.
We need you to be disciplined. So that instant gratification will really work in this game.
And like I said, and so you had him not making weight. You knew you wasn't gonna make weight. Why hype everybody up and get everybody ready? Don't make weight. And then on top of that, you know what I'm saying? I think this is the point that really killed his career. Definitely killed his brother's career. His brothers probably would never get, especially his younger brother, never would get a big time fight again. But on top of that, you do it like your brother took the L. Your brother had a hard fight. The older brother did not like participate supposedly in this. But you and your younger brother run up on a dude that beat your brother. He lost. So you try to jump him? Or have a physical altercation with the guy that beat your brother when you was supposed to be fighting. That's corny. A, that's not boxing. And B, why you want to fight now? If you wanted to fight, you should have made weight.
And I'm gonna add some more context to that. So before whooping up on his brother this past weekend, his previous fight was with guess who? Keyshawn.
Yeah.
Which some people even had like, that was a close one. I'm talking about Nahir's last fight, not Keyshawn's last fight. Of course, Keyshawn's been busy. Yeah. But in Nahir's resume, that was his fight where he kind of made it look iffy. Keyshawn still walked away with the dub, but that was still null and void because he got popped for marijuana right after that, which made the fight a no contest.
Yeah.
A no decision.
Yeah.
So here we are back here, you trying to get some get back or you trying to get your lick back for your brother, bro. It's just a full out crash out, bro. Never mind the professionalism of taking your butt whooping like a man. Never mind. We won't get to that point.
Yeah.
But just the image of it. Just how things look outside looking in, bro. You just put a stain on the city.
Yeah.
You just put a full streak stain on the city, bro. I don't know if the scope would ever get a fight of that magnitude. I can't say for certain, bro. You listed the names at the top of this this topic, bro. You got the mayor out here, Vic out here, Iverson out here. You know what I'm saying? 757 legends. Bro, and you doing this?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on, bro. Like, that's not how we go out, man. And especially in a sport like this, you win and you die by your sword, bro. Sometimes it just ain't your night. We just got done kicking Caleb Plant back in about this the weekend before.
Yeah.
But one thing, bro, we know about Plant, he ain't gonna, hey, bro, win, lose, or draw, my man gonna stand on 10.
So it's just like for Keyshawn, like I don't understand. He might get another chance. He got to work his way up because it's talent, right? But if you knew your talent is here and you're trying to bring your brothers with you, why would you put your younger brother and brother in a situation where they're never going to get a chance to fight again?
They ain't got the same perspective as you.
After he serves suspension or whatever, and work his way up 140 and maybe get another chance. But you just killed your brother's career, especially your younger brother's career.
No question.
They're never going to sign him to any. Like, nobody's ever going to take him serious. I wouldn't be surprised if Bob Arum drops him. Like, and the thing about everybody want to say, well, Ryan Garcia did it. He came up there drinking a beer. Newsflash, you are not Ryan Garcia.
Right.
Your name's not that big yet. Ryan can still sell a fight.
The sport needs Brian.
Your name's not that big yet. So all Ryan did was miss weight. You could have got past the missing weight part. The whole jumping the cat after you lost, he beat your brother is crazy. Bro, it's you in the hallway fighting with your baby right there, bro, in the stroller. Somebody had to grab the stroller from you.
So I'm saying, just the image of it. The image of it was just wrong on all parts, bro. You got a baby in a stroller present. Who knows? We don't know everybody that's in your crew. You got a bunch of guys out here that we have no clue if they should even be backstage, bro, but they just with you.
Then you got the DA talking about they might file simple assault charges because it happened in front of the police.
Come on.
Like, what are we talking about, man? So who gonna take you serious now? Say you want now, you come back. Who wants to fight you now? Like, you're not like you got a stain now. So now you're gonna fight the scrub. Now you back to fighting scrubs again.
But even in that, bro, even if I'm Bob Arum in Top Rank, bro, I'm not in no rush to set no fight up with you. Not just from a money standpoint, but also, bro, I got champions and soon to be champions on my roster still. Because right when you was messing up, in the same night you was messing up,
yeah,
I got another cat over here I can set the ball or put in position to win. Understand? Like, bro, just like that, Doula's up here. Doula is, sitting up there at sitting up there to be the WBO champion here next. You know what I'm saying? Him and what's his name? Sam Noah. Oh, I might be messing up. Sam Oak. I might be messing his name up. But they're scheduling to be on that Crawford and Canelo card.
Yeah,
that's what they're shooting for. To determine who's going to be the WBO champion. That belt that you just lost in one weekend without fighting, without a punch thrown.
So this is what brings me. So this is the part why I really think his career is effed up and really over. I don't think Bob Arum lets him come into that weekend and lets that fight still go on if he knows he's that much overweight. I don't think Top Rank even makes this fight happen. As it gets closer, they'll postpone, reschedule, fake an injury, something, if they know he's that much overweight. Because it doesn't make any sense. If he can't fight in Norfolk, what's the point of having to fight in Norfolk? Abdullah's from Cleveland. So that right there is like another part of it I was thinking about from a business standpoint. His team and management was like, yo, let's just keep this quiet. Like the way that Ryan Garcia did it, I think everybody knew he was coming overweight, and they already made an agreement that the fight was gonna happen. I think old boy just showed up overweight and assumed that everything would just fall in place. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the way they canceled the fight, but De Los Santos probably didn't want to fight him, and the fight got canceled. Nobody but Keyshawn, his trainer, and his camp knew that he was coming in overweight. I don't think Bob Arum knew. I don't think ESPN knew. I don't think anybody knew because that wouldn't make sense. You're not like you're fighting in Vegas, New York, somewhere like that. You're fighting it's a homecoming fight. It's a home fight.
It's built around you being the headliner.
So it's like, so now I'm sitting there like, this adds another layer to it. While like, does Bob Arum even F with you now?
That I was gonna kind of double down on your point, bro. Not forget the weight. What makes me trust you? Period.
Yeah.
What about you or your camp makes me trust you? Period.
Yeah.
I can't even trust you at your house. I can't even trust you in your crib to be on your best behavior.
Yeah.
Again, we made all the deckings, all the trimmings for you.
And it was a lot of local and some national advertisements and publications about this fight. Like they was really hyping this fight up. Like Top Rank was trying to get this fight really hyped up. And now it's all for naught.
Bro, we don't trust you. Again, I mean, it just works out that Doula still had a good showing. It just works out that we don't have to pay, that you know what I'm saying, you messed weight and now we ain't got to pay you your purse.
But you still got to pay the city of Norfolk for the scope. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah. I mean, but
the fight was in such a spot. And then like I already knew his younger brother probably was on some BS because after his post-conference post-fight interview, he was saying like, was more than one brother. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Ain't nobody come to see you, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's why people didn't show up. Everybody came to see the champion,
right?
The city that it was hyped around. I know
Main
that's
event.
why you fight first. That's why you're fighting first. You're not fighting first. That's why you're fighting first. You're not fighting at the end. You're fighting when people ain't even sitting down yet. While I'm still getting my drink and popcorn from concessions.
I'm on my way to the venue still.
You know what I'm saying?
But again, and to even go more so and support your point of why this whole is not just one brother thing. If that was the case, Bob wouldn't still have to return or refund all those people's money.
Yeah.
He still had to refund people's tickets because the main event was gone.
Yeah.
The one brother that you said is like, no, it's the collective. No, brother, we came here to see your brother fight.
The silver medalist, the champion,
Olympian.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So let's not play that game. Like I said, from a full 360 point of view, bro, it's a failure. Your crew failed you.
Yeah.
Whoever was gassing you failed you.
Yeah.
Your trainer failed you.
Yeah. I don't even like Terrence Crawford answer to it neither. He got answered outside the hotel. Everybody they're trying to be like, oh, he just missed weight. You know what I'm saying? Then I can't. Ain't nothing to say. It happens. You outgrow it. It's hard to make weight. Not by that much, bro. Like I said, 1 pound, 2 pounds, and then you try to get that going. Okay, but 4 pounds.
But to Timothy Bradley's point, you signed the contract, bro.
Yeah.
You signed that contract. You said you was gonna make 135. You gave your word, bro, that you was gonna make 135. Nobody else did that. If that weight was too much, you know what I'm saying? If staying at 135 was too much hell for you, bro, again, maybe not take a fight right now with De Los Santos. Maybe you say, hey, I'm gonna forgo 135, I'm gonna vacate, and now I'm gonna move on to 140.
Yeah.
You know, instead of on the back end after you done missed weight, after you done called up the fight and said, nah, bro, we just gonna move to 140. Now it just sounds like an excuse for the cop out. Like, now that was our plan all along.
Yeah. Now, let's break it down for people that may be new to boxing and stuff like that heard some other altercations. Now, has always been altercations in the back. Yes. There has been altercations while security is really like Mayweather was real big on security at his events because when you get fighters together, people trying to make their career, it has been altercations. But it's never been it's very an altercation with somebody that you're trying to get a fight with, when y'all get in each other's face and talk, and the cameras is there, and maybe a little shove, but y'all ain't fought yet, is different. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like the Charlo brothers were good, you know what I'm saying? Really, when Danny Jacobs, when he was still fighting, ran down on the Charlo brothers, said make the fight happen. They got a little shoving match. Caleb Plant slapped Charlo in Houston. But this is all pre-fight stuff, right? But once the fight is over, no matter what we said, what we talked, you don't jump no man you don't fight no man after the fight is over. You lost. Either you win or you lost. You let the card decide. You left it on the mat. I mean, you left it out there in the ring, I meant to say. And you don't and then it's over. You ain't gotta like each other, but you dap up, respect the sport, be professional, and then you walk off. You know what I'm saying? It's never gonna be signed off on fighting somebody after the fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And there was no score to settle. There was nothing that's going to be settled that night or that was going to be respected happening after that fight.
Yeah.
You know, outside, again, that's what I'm saying, your crew failed you because outside of your crew, that's just gas. We wasn't going to sit there and watch and cheer you on if, you know what I'm saying, y'all jumped that boy. There ain't no camera crew back there. There's no stripes that you was going to get back in that locker room, bro. You know, so running up on that boy, running down on him in his locker room after a dub, anything outside of like, hey, congratulations, my boy, or like, hey, you know, congratulations, but you know, we got to get that back in blood. So don't even get too comfortable because we about to run that back. Yeah. Outside of just words being exchanged, bro, we gone. Now again, you can try that at home in Norfolk, but you ain't gonna try that in Philly.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Again, we can't even trust you with home court. So, bro, you can cancel Christmas. Ain't no, man, I expect nothing but like a heavy punishment coming down. They probably still in the back room cooking up how they about to punish them boys. There's no room for it.
All right. So that's the next question that what we're going to end the question with. in the pod. We appreciate you and everybody that's rocking with us. If you could hit the like button, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? The last question I want to end with, like, what's the punishment? What punishment or consequence is laid down in result of this?
Oh, minimum. I say minimum year. That's being lenient. Sanctions, fines. I'll probably do a year or two. That's jumping somebody. Probably a year or two, and we ain't even talking about criminal charges right now, but year or two, and that's for everybody. All the brothers, all of them.
Well, the older brother, I heard the older brother wasn't involved. If he wasn't involved, he wasn't involved though. The younger brother and him were the ones that did it.
Okay. I'm sure.
The dude that wasn't even there,
Bruh. You got your. How am I to believe after a further investigation? How am I to believe that you ain't say, "Hey, yo, go get that food"? After getting your ass whooped like that, how am I to say that? How am I supposed to believe that you didn't put the batter in their back to go do it?
That's fair. But I mean,
bro, and even then, it's just guilty by association. After a certain point, bro, all y'all gonna get the ban. Ain't nobody eats no chicken, no rice, no ribs. You don't eat, B, until I get paid. Nothing. Nobody eats, B. Nobody eats. So yeah, I'm cutting off all the brothers, bro, for a year or two. Yeah. Nothing. Y'all don't eat off boxing. Because clearly y'all don't respect it, y'all don't need it, y'all unprofessional about it. So clearly you don't need it. Nobody eats.
Yeah. What I'll answer the last question, the answer that's on the headline or the of this episode, on the thumbnail. Do I think his career is over? No. Do I think he's made it a lot harder and made a lot longer road to becoming prominent and a champion again at any weight class? Yes. Yes. I think his talent is still there where people like talent. Sometimes talent can outweigh some other stuff. After he serves his year, 18-month, whatever punishment he has, I think they get rid of simple assault charges. I think they can get that taken care of. I think that Keyshawn, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets another world title fight well down the road. I'm talking like 5-6 years down the road, like towards the end of his career, he might get another shot. Because you got to go back through the scrubs, through the tenders, through the gatekeepers before you even get there. Because of what sanctioning, like they're not going to give you the fights. You're going to be back to fighting on undercard, like early on undercards again. Like, and it's gonna take a fighter that got a belt that's willing to rock with you. But I think he'll get back. I don't think his career is completely over, but he really, like at 26, it might be 30 before he sees another belt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As far as his brothers, though, I think he killed his brother's career. Both of them. I don't think they see a good card ever again. Ever again. The younger brother who was involved, allegedly, you're gonna be fighting back at Marriott's, bro.
I'm saying, now there's room for y'all still. Yeah, there's room for them to still have a boxing career, but at this stage,
not with no real promoter. You might have local promotion, but you're not going to be like, you had a chance. That's what the thing is, like, you had a chance to set your brothers up too. You had your brothers fighting on top ranked cards, getting them a little check too, keeping it in the family. You was bringing fights back to Norfolk. You had things like the city behind you, and this is how you repay it. You know what I'm saying? So Norfolk, Virginia probably won't have a fight for a while. I don't know who's coming out of Norfolk, but only reason why you were fighting Norfolk is because somebody's from here.
Yeah.
So,
from here on out, bro, and I hate to say this, as much as disdain I have for like how this weekend played out, but Keyshawn being the face of that of his brothers right now, and being like, that lead in charge for all 3 of their boxing careers, he's gonna have to live. The rest of his career is gonna play out with him being a liability. You're gonna have to, the rest of your career is gonna be focused on getting that stink off of your name, off of your brand.
Yeah.
The street cred is nice. It's just as much as me and Ant didn't care for it. I'm sure there's some cats online that liked it, or probably laughed at it and thought it was funny, or even encouraged that type of behavior, bro. But for those that kind of respect the sport, there's gonna have to be some time before we kind of get this, so we can wash this down and be over with it and move past it. And you're gonna have to watch some others. Even in that time, you're gonna have to watch some others to sell past you and get some of those title shots and some of those moments and have some of those big moments in the sport that could have been you.
Yeah.
But even in this moment, I give you the grace of you still got another chance to live and learn.
Yeah.
So as much as I'm going to kick your back in for these last, 20, 30 minutes or whatever, I'm going to say, bro, you still have enough grace and time to make up for it, bro. But, you dug yourself a pretty damn good hole here. Now it's about now it's about paying your penance.
Yeah.
And getting back on good footing. And like Ann said, you damn sure got the talent to do it. But the way you gonna have to go about it, bro, talk about getting out the mud. God bless you, brother, because you gonna have to scrape and claw for every little bit. Because now you just working as a wild card now.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? Definitely was a horrible day. Weekend for the Norfolk native, but hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? You live and you learn, I guess. Sometimes people make mistakes. Sometimes you gotta, you know what I'm saying, take your punishment like a man and come back with a great comeback story, man. That's all you can do. You know what I'm saying? But like that, man. IDK Sports Podcast. Let's talk about it. The live show of IDK Sports Pod. Catch us on YouTube right here. Like, share, subscribe, and on all podcast platforms. Until next time, my name is Anthony, my man Kenny. Until next time,